vision. So we'll be showing the report.
A historic moment for the United Arab Emirates. Earlier this year, it became the first Arab country to send a space mission to Mars. The orbiter, aptly named Hope, spells a new era for space exploration and is solidifying Dubai's commitment to becoming a serious player in the international space race. This is the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center, home to the UAE's space program. It was built in 2015, but within a short span of time, it's been able to launch some high-profile projects. Let's go and check it out. A young team of scientists and engineers here have been relentlessly pursuing projects that only countries with advanced space programs have been able to successfully execute. And Emirati women are playing a crucial role in achieving that goal. They constitute more than 40% of the workforce here. And spearheading the country's ambitious space agency is Minister Sara Al-Amiri.
We're a new player and an emergent nation in the space sector. Re-looking at the methodology and what is considered normal in terms of design and development of technology in space, and re-evaluating what is the right mechanism to create new space systems that are thought of differently. Lower cost, less complexity, lowering the risk profile as you go along.
Sara was also the co-head of the Mars project overseeing the launch of the mission. The objective of the mission is not to land on the red planet, but to circle around it for an entire Martian year, to gather new data about its climate and atmosphere. And now the team is gearing up to undertake the biggest challenge of the project. On the 9th of February 2021, the orbiter will enter the Mars orbit. And according to Imran Sharaf, the head of the Mars mission, that day would decide whether the project was a success or not.
Of course, that process of entering Mars or doing the Mars orbit insertion is a very critical phase within the project, in which you actually slow down the spacecraft from an average speed of, during the travel time, of 120,000 kilometers per hour down to 18,000 kilometers per hour. If you go too slow, you crash onto Mars. If you go too fast, you skip Mars.
But the Mars mission is not the only project that's keeping the teams busy here. I went to check out the next big project that is under development. But to be able to see it, I had to suit up in the special uniform. This is the clean room. It's the most important lab in the whole building. This is where all the satellites, spacecrafts, and rovers are built and put together. The team is working on a new satellite called the MBZ-SAT. If all goes according to plan, then it will be ready for launch in 2023. In 2018, the space agency had successfully dispatched the Khalifa-SAT, the first satellite completely designed and manufactured by the Emiratis.
In terms of an optical payload that measures the Earth from space, and also advanced in terms of ability to move, and there is some propulsion system that will be to maintain the orbit.
Gathering data and sending back to base is one thing, but we are still trying to send humans to the red planet. And one of the big pushes is educating the next generation. A new astronaut program is underway. In 2019, Emirati astronaut Hazza Al-Mansouri became the first Arab to reach the International Space Station. He was selected after a rigorous competition, saw more than 4,000 Emiratis from various backgrounds applying for the astronaut program. After the success of the first edition, the country is now on the lookout for more homegrown astronauts. Gives them a big edge. Saleem Al-Mari, the head of the project, says that the objective of the program is much bigger than just selecting astronauts.
We believe strongly in the benefit of human spaceflight. So I think it's, at the forefront of technological innovation, but also I think inspirations. What better way to do it than to have space ambassadors who can train for years on end, be fit and able to conduct very difficult and dangerous missions, but at the same time show to kids that, if you study hard and you work hard, this is what you can achieve.
With the space race in the Middle East heating up, preparing the next generation will be crucial for the UAE to hold on to the competitive edge. And with the country aiming to position itself as a space hub of the region, eventually it will boil down to technological innovation if the country is to achieve that goal.